Hi and welcome to another video of Type with me. In this video I want to talk about how to create a nice building up website with astro.build. We're going to use Google Sheets to list all our products that I want to have on our website, how to generate these product pages together with a nice index page which has all the products that we want on that page, and I want to show you also a little bit, if you want to spice this up for SEO, what you could do with that as well. So first of all, what is Astro? Well, Astro is the web framework for content-driven websites, and it has a nice way to build out all these pages, and I worked myself a little bit through it, and I will show you what you could do with it and how you could actually get Google spreadsheets as your driving CMS. So this is what I have built. It's a website that has a nice header with certain pages onto it, and it has something like this, a product page with the different categories. And so what I have right here is, for example, a detail page. If I go to product B, you see here product B, it's been slugified. I also will show you how you could very easily do so, and product C and product D. And then I have something like this. It's a directory listing where we have our teapots, product B, product C. I could, for example, say, hey, I want to have here, I don't know, can. I have no idea. But then if I now go to my website and I refresh, you see here that it changes to can. So we can very easily go build out our complete database within Google Spreadsheets and then render it out in our website, which is, I think, a very awesome thing, right? Alright, so if we go to our code base, you will see here that I have a index page where I have a welcome, where I have layout, where I have a room item. I get my data. I'm going to show you how I constructed my getting data from the Google API. I shifted because my first row actually is the header and I don't need it, right? And then here I have cheat data.values. Of course, you can improve this just to map only the first category, then map the second category, and so on, so that you indeed order certain values around categories that you have been listed out within Google Spreadsheets, right? But actually this is working quite well, and you do cheat data.values.map, and then you get this, and then you have your product slash, and then Slugify your data. Our detail pages, we have product, and then we have slug.astro, and here we have also our map sheet data, or Slugify, and our get data. Here we map just our sheet data to make it flat, and then we need to build static paths. So what we need to do is to get our data, we also need to flat it, and then we need to run this through so that we can give static parameters that are going to be provided. Of course, this is be needed, this get static paths, when we are going to build our website. And when we are going to build our website, we're just going to have static pages, which we can then deploy towards something like Netlify, for example. But this piece is a very important one. We need to return params and then slug and then slugify v.name, right? But we also need to get our parameter out of it right here, and we need to go over our data, and we need to see if the slug is equal to slugify x.name. And then of course here we can just list out our product details, item.name, item.category, and item.description. And we have something like layout. Layout is just this, right? Where we have here our HTML. Here I just need to put something like this, name of website, of course. And actually what we also want to have right here, and it's something I still need to find out. So if I can find it out, I will also provide a detailed video around it. I think it will be solved with an SEO component that I'm at the end of this video also going to show you how this works and how you probably can apply this to your own advantages. But let's first go to the sheet.js. And I think the most important part I first want to cover is this one. So you can have a .env file right here, and you put it into the git ignore, of course, because there you're gonna put the API key of Google Sheets and the sheet ID. So here we have spreadsheets / sheet ID. We want to have here values of our first tab that we have within Google Spreadsheet, and then we have our API key. So if you want to use multiple spreadsheets, you can just give it a name, and then you can have values / and then the name of it. You could then, for example, here provide a name and have something like a default to have very easy data extraction from your pages. But it's quite straightforward, because then you do just a fetch. Fetch is a normal thing to fetch data from, and has been natively available within the browser, but also in Node.js, so that's great. We try it out, because then we get a response.json, and then we have our spreadsheet data. If you have a problem, we just catch it, and we do console.error, and then we return our sheet data, right? And then of course another thing that I also provided is a Slugify function, and another one is just mapping it out, removing the first row, and then create just an array with all the elements into it. And then we have our header, which is then the .name, the .category, the .product, .description, and that's our entry. And then our first looping over the row to get values, and so we can have an array of objects, right, which are represented through what you get in the spreadsheet. So I think that's also a great one to have there, right? And this really creates the website that we want. So the detailed product page with the get static paths, which is very important, and then also here the this one, which just grabs all the data from Google Spreadsheet and provides it on our homepage. Of course, we have here components, for example, the room item.astro, which here just provides an image, a title, and description. And we could, for example, also do something like this, that when the description is too big, we just provide the first whatever characters and render that out on the page, so we can have a lot of possibilities there. So a great integration would be astro-seo. So it's an Astro component. You can install it or do npm install astro SEO. And then you can very easily include it like this. It will have certain properties that are important. I'm going to add this, and I'm going to show you how I then use it to our advantage, right? And show you how we could get also nice title in our browser tab for name of the website, and we can also, when we go to a product page, also provide it with the right context, right? So I have installed it to my project. So now I'm gonna use it right here. Astro-seo, and one of the things I think that are also very important is, you'll see we also use it right here to get the values from properties. And what we could do then is have something like this. So the title, for example, could be important. So I would do then here something like this, title, question mark. If we have a title, I want to do it like this. So yeah, you could do something like this, right? And then of course I want to use the description as well. So let's do that. So like I said before, we could then here do something like this. Title, question mark, my website about products with detail about products. Then here we could do the same then with description. For now, just gonna use the description. You can put more tags, more things into it to make it more attractive for SEO. But again, I think it's nice because now what we could do here is do title equals, and then here title or item dot, and then of course name. And we could do something like description equals, and here we could do item dot description, and this will feed the layout, right? So one of the things I still discovered that I made a mistake upon is SEO needs to be with capitals, and I also don't need this one anymore then, because we just can remove this and it will just use this one on top. And then you have, of course, still the description. So if we go to the website now, you see here name of website teapot, which is the name of the page. And if I go back here, you see here my website about products. So it doesn't need to have this title or description. But if we go here to product C, you get here name of website and then product C on top, right? So I think that's nice, right? I hope you learned something from it. I hope you found it interesting. If you do so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.